What's up guys, TG Gaming here, back with another The 100 recap and prediction video. Before we get into the topic, I wanted to say thank you to anyone who watched or interacted with my last The 100 video, as it did way better than any other video on my channel. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed, that would be greatly appreciated. And now let's get into the topic. The first person I want to talk about in this video is once again Octavia. She really has been the main focus this season, and we just learned more about her and how she's changed over the past 6 years in the last episode called The Dark Year. A lot of people predicted cannibalism over the past few weeks, and they were right, but I'm not sure I saw anyone predict what Octavia would have to do to force them. I've been against Octavia a lot this season, just like everyone else has been, but I have to agree with what Abby and Octavia did. If they don't force one crew into cannibalism, the ones who don't eat starve to death, and because of that, none of them would have enough meat in their system for the rest to eat, resulting in the starvation of everyone in one crew. So as tough as it was, it had to be done to survive, and you can see why that would darken Octavia. She shot her own people for simply not wanting to be a cannibal. Clark and Bellamy have always been the leaders, but now it was her in the bunker, and she had to take the weight of that on all by herself. That being said, Octavia has still been unbelievably stupid and selfish this season. Clark and Bellamy radiated Mount Weather back in Season 2, killing a lot of innocent people, including many kids younger than even, let's say, Maddie, for example. You can debate that what they did is even worse than what Octavia did this season, and yet they are still, they're still more normal than Octavia. They've both made questionable decisions over the course of the show, but not on Octavia's level. They are both, for the most part, doing what's right for their people, and Octavia isn't. War was not necessary a few episodes ago. She could have let the prisoners keep the Shadow Valley, and they could have stayed where they were. Monty's farm would have allowed them all to live, but Octavia has become so power-hungry, bloodthirsty, and selfish that she destroyed it, and now they all have to go to war. Many of her people will likely die, especially now because McCreary and Dioza are back together, and they are aware of the secret entrance that Octavia can be using right now. The Dark Year can make Octavia upset and dark inside, I get that, but nothing can make you that stupid to the point where you're burning down the farm that could let your people live without going to war. That's just Octavia on her own. I don't think that's because of the Dark Year. Last video I said I don't think she'll die anymore, but after her last actions with the farm, I don't know anymore. She's crazy, she's a terrible leader, and even one crew is done with her. They were chanting Blood Rain and no more 2 episodes ago. Now they are with her because they have no choice because of what she did with the farm. It's either they stay back and starve to death or they go with her and fight. She will not be the leader by the end of the season, I think we all know that, but I can't decide whether or not I think she'll survive. Also, before I move on from Octavia, I just gotta say, Bellamy's line to her in the Dark Year was amazing. When he said, "I'm not fighting for you, I'm fighting to get to my family," that really must have hit her hard, because obviously we know that she is his family, blood related, they are siblings. But so, what he said saying, "I'm fighting for my family, not you," he was obviously talking about the people that he's been in space with for the past 6 years. That probably made her really upset, but I don't think it'll really affect her that much. She'll probably just move on from it, but it was a really good line. Another character I wanted to talk about is Abby. Last video I made, I predicted that she would die, and although it's still possible, it's less likely after the episode The Dark Year, with Clark's operation on her being successful. In the episode, we did learn a lot more about Abby's addiction and how it came to be. She is the one that told Octavia to make it a crime not to eat and be a cannibal. She started the Dark Year, and once she saw Octavia shooting the people who refused, Abby realized her mistake. I've never liked Abby, and she annoyed me a lot this season, but I did actually feel a little bad for her after seeing what led to her addiction. I still really don't like her, and honestly, I wouldn't care if she did die this season, but I'm not as mad about her addiction-related actions this season as I was before this episode. The next topic is based off the episode 12 synopsis. It says our heroes must overcome their differences to save one crew from extinction. So to me, it sounds like our main characters will be getting back together, as in Clark and Maddie, Raven and her group, and then Bellamy. Octavia and one crew will likely be losing the battle, so all those other groups will have to come together and try to help her and help one crew from, all dying. So that will be really interesting to see, and I cannot wait for these past 2 episodes. We only do have 2 episodes left this season, and I'm definitely expecting a character to die, and I'm not really too confident in any of the death predictions I have, but I will make some guesses. One character I think has a great chance of dying is Echo. Ever since she's been separated from Bellamy, they've both shown how much they want to get back together, and if there's going to be an emotional death, it could be her either before or soon after she sees Bellamy again. She's done her job well this season, and she's come around from enemy to a friend of the main group. I feel her arc is complete, and this is a good time to send her out. My second guess would be McCreary and his men. Although he allowed Diyoza to help at the end of last episode, they still don't see eye to eye. We know Diyoza is okay with the surrender and a deal for peace, as opposed to McCreary, who would rather go to war and kill. If one of them isn't making it out, it's probably McCreary. For the next death prediction I don't have an exact character. I believe that if Octavia doesn't die this season, she will somehow come to realize the mistakes she's made. And I think the main way of that happening is someone close to her dying, probably from her crew, so not Bellamy. If I had to guess, it's either Indra or Miller. Miller has been in her inner circle for these past 6 years, and she trusts him really well. She just gave him the lead for the 1st Battalion. Although they haven't really shown their relationship too much, we can probably guess that they are pretty close after all they've been through. But Indra would 100% have more of an impact. Indra has been like a second mother to Octavia, and they've been close ever since season 2 of the show. So if someone has to die to open Octavia's eyes, I think it's Indra. Of course, I've also been saying Octavia and Abby in this video and my past 2 other videos, but the chances of them dying has dropped, and I'm not as confident they will die as I am with the previous 3. That is it for this prediction video. Thank you guys for watching, and comment your thoughts below and I will respond. I'm probably going to make another 100 video after episode 12 right before the finale, but that is it for this one. Peace.